Well, I was gonna say, since I so rudely cut you off, how about you talk about the fact that not just that you're doing your business, because you're right, you did talk about that last one, but the fact that so many people have purchased shirts, which is so amazing.
Yeah,
oh my goodness, you all are amazing.
It's really cool. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's people obviously who don't just watch our podcast.
Yeah.
But friends, family, people who randomly have just found you on the internet, which is really cool. And I believe you told me you sold over 100 pieces of merchandise.
No, not yet. I am. Well, somebody ordered earrings this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I am 2 orders away from 100 orders.
In general?
In general.
On all things?
All things lashes and seams, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I mean.
I'm at 98 orders.
We are at, she is at 98 orders, everyone. 2 more. Who's going to be number 1 and 2? But no,
if you want.
Yeah, definitely if you want to. No peer pressure. But
that's
the link will be in our descriptions. I don't know if it's been there before, but if it hasn't,
I think it has.
We've only done 3 episodes, so I'll make sure that it's there for all future podcasts.
I think it is though.
Yeah, but if you all want to support Pilar and her endeavors and her what would you call it? Apparel?
My beauty apparel line, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very proud and happy to have such a get up and go type of lady in my life. It's very nice. It's very nice. Trust me, you get a little lonely trying to be the only one who has big dreams in certain circles. So it's really nice. Yeah.
When people don't get it, or they
don't get it, they don't know what to do, they don't know how to do it, and all they can do is bother you for help.
Or they
actually not even help. They just want you to do it for them. Sorry to cut you off again.
No. That thing was people wanting you to do it for them. It's just are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how much work I had to put in just to get this knowledge? You think I'm about I'm 31 now. You've got me fucked up. I'm not doing that.
I've got something to say.
Unless you run in the check.
That's true. Yeah, because in that case, I will be a consultant.
Yeah. Vibes.
Look at my hand.
Vibes.
Look at my hand.
Works.
Look at my hand. We stupid.
We in sync.
I was gonna say this. You weren't even there. I forgot. You fell asleep last night. I was on my podcast, right? And excuse me, I wasn't on my podcast.
I was you podcast last night?
Excuse me, I was live streaming. I meant to say I was on my live stream. Twitch.tv/RunJD Renfield for you to follow me. Man, I was on there and a person pulled up to the stream, and no disrespect to this person, I'm not trying to be rude to you, but I have to talk about this because it almost I was almost about to go crazy.
Where'd you get your setup, man?
No. So some kid pulled up in the stream, or young adult saying, "Hey, I want to be a voice actor. How do you JD? Sorry, I cut to you drinking. I'm taking a big ass cack sip. All right, so
sponsor us, Fiji. We love you.
We gotta check their background, make sure they're doing all the right stuff.
Oh yeah, shit. No.
You all know what Fiji been up to, and I bet you ain't nobody from Fiji on that company. Bet you that much. Bet you some guy.
We're gonna have to start ordering the 40-ounce water because I believe it's black owned. Ebro pushes it.
Come on, my thing's acting weird. No.
Is it still recording?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh, it glitched. You see that?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. All right, we're good.
Okay,
I was pushing buttons too fast. I was gonna say that company's probably owned by a man named Robert who went to Fiji once and was like, "We should make water. Hey, we should make
We should pillage their local land and take everything they have because that's what
I could walk up to the top of a mountain and put a bucket out." All right, so let me just say this. I was on a podcast last night, and this one person pulled up and was just like, "Hey, JD, I was trying to get into voice acting, this and that. I'm located in upstate Cali, blah, blah, blah. What do I have to do?" And I
Google.
Well, Google is one thing, but I started off and just said, if you're located in an area that's not Los Angeles or New York, but then I was also just kind of, well, actually, no, that's more for regular acting, but for voice acting,
I feel like you need to be here.
Come on, you stupid machine. Okay. Yeah. So for voice acting, I just said there's websites that you can, you create your voice acting reel, you create your resume, you submit it to websites. You have to Yes.
Like Actors Access, like
Like
that? Okay.
Actors Access, like LA Casting.
I forgot about that one.
And this person was in San Fran. There's San Francisco Casting. There's
Really?
LA Casting. Casting is its own website, but there's different states. There's Texas.
Wow.
There's LA. There's New York. San Francisco, the bigger place. Seattle. There's probably where work is.
Wow.
Atlanta probably has it for sure.
I legitimately thought like LA Casting was just LA Casting. That's really cool. I did not know that.
It's similar to LA Fitness in the sense that LA Fitness is a fitness club, but it's in every other state, even though the name is LA Fitness.
Okay.
But this person is in my chat talking about how they want to figure out how to, learn how to get into voice acting, and I give them these first little nuggets of wisdom, and then I mentioned the fact that some of those websites might cost you a few dollars, this and that. You just gotta invest in yourself.
Price of doing business.
Price of doing business. And I think at a certain point they say, "Oh yeah, I mean."
Oh no.
They say
no.
They
I
say,
don't like this. I don't like this.
They say, "Oh yeah, I mean, I did meet this one voice actor who gave me their list of all the representatives that are in my area, like agents who are in my city of San Francisco, and then they said and then oh my goodness, this is what set me off. They said,
oh no.
And then they said when it comes to, they said what I need to do is make a voice reel and a resume for these websites. Only problem is I'm too cheap. I was like,
motherfucker, then you've got problems.
I was like, yes, I can't help you. I was like, did you?
What the fuck?
When I was sitting there and they're telling me this, and I'm like, damn it, what the hell?
It's okay.
Sorry, it works. I keep pushing it incorrectly. I was like, wait, you're too cheap to want to chase your dreams?
So then stop talking about it.
Yeah, it's honest.
Period.
It's honestly one of those things where no one can become anything or anyone that they want to be. And like, yes, money is involved. And I told him, I was like, yo, get a normal job and pursue your passion while you work at your job that you hate.
Shocking.
That's what everyone does.
Yeah.
You're not going to become somebody. There's no
shortcut. There's no cheat code. Nobody's going to fucking do it for you. Like, you got to pay to play.
I hate it.
Period.
I'm like, do you think that like just by talking to me, I can give you something that you wouldn't be able to get on your own? I was like, I can't give you jobs. I can't get me jobs. Like, I'm like, motherfucker, I've spent 10 years trying to just be able to get into doors now.
And like, how much money?
And plenty of money. Yeah.
All this shit.
I literally mentioned that on my stream and cut between each camera.
Good.
I said, do you think like these cameras were free? Like the stream, everything, what we're doing right now isn't free.
No.
This podcast costs me money and we don't even make money off of it like that. We're doing it because we want to just make something cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
That drives me insane.
It drives me insane. But it's also just like, is this what like our generation or people past our generation think is success? Like who is the people who are allowing them to suckle from the teat or suck on their thumb for so long to think that this is what you think, that you're just going to be able to ask a question and boom, you got a career?
I don't think. Okay, so I think your first statement about who are the people that are letting them suck off the teat, I don't think that's the thing. I think it's okay, when we were coming up, we didn't have social media. So we saw that things that were like TV commercials, music videos, what, people were wearing in school, especially like, don't let somebody have gone somewhere cool for the summer and got to do their back to school shopping in another city. And then they got all the new hot shit you can't even find in your area.
Uh-huh.
We saw people have to work. Like truly work for everything that they have. Like there wasn't an instant overnight viral that existed for us. So no matter what, you saw somebody work, even if it was like, Steve Jobs, you knew that motherfucker was working. Mm-hmm. But nowadays it's such an it can be, because it can be such an instant thing, like Big Sean saying where it's like it takes 10 years to be an overnight success. that really doesn't apply that much anymore. And I think that's what's making people so lazy, especially when they see like, oh, well, she just started a TikTok and boom, she blew up. Well, I could do that. And then when it doesn't happen for them, they're like, oh, well,
you realize you can't do
you
that.
realize you can't. But then a lot of people, instead of realizing that like, oh shit, I was being a little naive, they double down on the delusion and they're like, oh, well, I need to find somebody who can teach me how to do it or teach me the shortcut or and then even now, you know, we had like get rich quick schemes coming up. You heard people about, you know, doing MLMs, all that other, you know, goofy shit. And you know, now it's dressed up so it looks sexier. You know, get rich quick schemes back in the day, you know, it catered to a certain type of person, right? Nowadays, it could be fucking anybody because it's like, I made $100,000 in my first month of drop shipping. Let me teach you how. Get the fuck out of here. Bro, like, come on. Like, it's not even a sustainable business model, but okay. Or, oh, I made, you know, $10,000 my first month of doing OnlyFans, or it's things like that.
It's the allure.
It's the allure and the illusion that these insane amounts of money or this life with the bags and the shoes and the cars and the girls is something that is so easy to get. You just got to do the one little thing that's super easy. And it's like, no, there's so much work that goes behind that.
It's
that
like,
video that person made is a lot of work. The camera, the editing, the information, like it all comes from a place of education. And unfortunately, I feel like this generation that's coming up, not all of them, because there are a lot of them. I get jazzed every time I go on TikTok and I see some 18-year-old girl fucking it up with her lip gloss business, selling out. I love that shit. Oh, I love it. I love to see young people going against the grain and starting their own businesses like that. Oh, I love seeing that about this generation because it's so much easier for them, but it's also easier for them to be like, well, it must be nice to like just be able to like get on the internet and be famous, or I want to be YouTube famous. Like I feel like a lot of them just don't have a real concept of what hard work is, because in this day and age, you don't really have to work that hard.
You really don't. That's the funny thing.
You really don't.
No, you just got to be consistent and you got to keep it up and you got to follow. Maybe. And also you just gotta follow like the trends. You gotta follow what's going on. You can't want to like, especially in the internet game, you can't want to like blow up overnight or blow up in general, but you refuse to change the way you make stuff. Yeah. Or you refuse to change your outlook on certain types of content. Trust me, I was in that same boat for certain stuff. I was like reactions. I ain't reacting to shit. Oh God, I remember. But then again, but still I don't think I'm doing the disservice that what the original like first like group of reactors were doing, where they were genuinely just sitting there watching ripping videos. Well, they were ripping off other people. It's completely different if you want to rip off other people compared to if you're reacting to something that even the greater group of people or the people making it are like, oh no, we encourage you reacting to this. Like reacting to a movie trailer is not the same as reacting to like if someone sat here and watched our whole podcast and reacted to that. That is lazy as shit. That's stupid. But if you want to react to something that makes more sense, where it's like it's a bigger like it's a
PS5 coming out or something like that. That
makes sense. Yeah, because it's something that everyone is going to want to look at and react to anyway. So like me,
something happening in popular culture.
Sure. Yeah. Now, and if you wanna react or give your feedback or comment on certain things happening in society, you can do that too. I think that's kind of lazy in my opinion, in the sense if that's all the content you make. That's just my personal opinion.
It is lazy.
It is lazy because it's just like, okay, so you're just a gossip. You're just gossip in that sense.
What, like drama videos?
Drama videos, or it's like it's one of those things where you being a part of it does not add to the product that you're giving away. Yeah. Unless
like if there was no drama, you would have no job.
If there's no drama, you have no job. If there's no one else going through something, you can't make your own content based off of who you are.
Right. And
you have to make content based off of other people's stuff going on.
Right. I think it's just kind of like, I think for me, drama channels, and like, no shade, like I watch them.
I watch
you know
them
what I'm
too. They're
saying?
funny.
Like Spill Sesh, fired. Nick Snyder, fired. Dustin Daly, hilarious. T Spill, awesome. All great channels. And you know, I'm not going to take anything away from them. There is work associated with that. You know, you got to listen. I don't have the mental bandwidth or the energy to be on Twitter and be catching things
and screenshotting and keeping up with all the.
Child,
that's a lot.
Talking, DMing people, making the video, editing. Like it is a lot of work. But it's like the tabloids for print media.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it's work. It's a job. Would it be something that I particularly choose? No. Do I look down upon it? No. But do I think there are more fruitful things that people could be doing with their time? Absolutely.
I just think there's more longevity in you there's more longevity in you investing in yourself. Like a paparazzi, like your whole job is taking photos of other people who are more famous so that you can sell a picture of them maybe in a unforgiving position or situation for money.
Yeah.
If there's no celebrities, you don't have a job.
No, I have no respect for paparazzi.
Yeah,
none at all.
Especially because they invade privacy and all that stuff. Even the ones that like TMZ, Hollywood Fix, the ones that just pull up on random people in the middle of the I'm like, you're a stalker with a camera.
No respect.
Like, that's what you are.
I've been hit in the face by a camera. I have no respect.
By paparazzi?
Yeah.
Well,
I told you that story years ago when I used to go to Ladue, like just really fun club in LA that doesn't exist anymore. So this is not to say like I'm zhuzhy or whatever, but Rihanna and our birthdays are a couple of days apart. I think she's like the 24th. I'm the 28th. She had been going to Ladue at that time. And that was when she had like the short cut in the back with the big bang in the front. And I didn't cut my hair in the back, but I would wear it in like a little tight bun back here. But I would do the bangs like down.
Barella, Rihanna, was that
yes.
Song?
Yeah. Okay. So when I was leaving the club, I was walking out and there was like tons of paparazzi outside per usual. It was like the height of Ladue. It was like the hills had gone there. It was like fucking madness. And I'm leaving and the paparazzi start to freak out. They're like, Rihanna. Oh. And I was just like, I'm not Rihanna. And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, yeah, you are. And I'm like, I had to move my bangs back. I'm like, I'm not fucking Rihanna, dog. Like, hello, I'm a regular person. This guy literally said to me, I don't give a fuck. I can sell it anyways. And I was like, get away from me. They would not stop. I mean, like cameras in my face, like 3 or 4 guys. It was obnoxious.
Yeah.
And I was just like, get away from me. And I was like trying, and at that time I'm like I'm 19, 20, got way more pop off in my system than I do now. And I like try to move the guy and he swung the camera and hit me in the fucking head. And I see 2 cops across the street. I'm like, yo, can you get them? And then the cops came over and they're like, hey, what's going on here? And then I like made a break for my car. But that was the day I had a friend at the time who worked for TMZ and did paparazzi. And I was like, bro, I cannot respect what you do. Because if this is if any form of this is a part of your job, this is horrific.
It's harassment.
It's beyond harassment. It is physical assault. Mm-hmm. Physical, like the way they have, like after I told them and lifted my bangs, like I am very clearly not this woman as much as I would like to be. I don't give a fuck. I can sell it. Are you crazy?
Yeah, it's like an addiction.
How
or some
sick
sort
are
of.
you for a photo that you'll make like a G off of? Big deal. Like what it's gross to me. I have no respect for people who do paparazzi. I think it's a total invasion of space. It is extremely dangerous. It puts people in very dangerous situations in cars, and it's just I don't think it's something that should be allowed as a profession. And
it's very stupidly American.
Oh, well, yeah, because it's protected under the freedom of the press.
I was gonna say you don't ever see no stupid stuff like that in other countries.
You don't see stupid
Sometimes.
stuff like that in New York. New York, they don't play that shit. The only place that paparazzi is really bad in the world is the West Coast, namely Los Angeles and Britain. Britain's paparazzi is oh my god.
Yeah.
They are. I mean,
that's what Meghan Markle always complained about.
The things they print and the things they say are so egregious. I mean, the fact that you can talk about a royal like that, from Diana to Meghan to the dukes and duchesses and all that other shit, I'm like, I'm sorry. People would freak out in America. Like, I'm sorry. Kathy Griffin couldn't make a fucking joke about 45 without her bank accounts being frozen, being harassed by Secret Service.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Britain is over here talking about Straight Outta Compton and saying Meghan Markle looks like a fucking monkey. What? How is that not treason?
It's not treason because who runs the country?
Don't get me started on that old bird.
It ain't no Meghan Markle's. It's
that old crazy bitch. Listen.
Meghan Markle?
No, the queen.
Oh. I was just gonna say the whites, but I was like,
well, I mean, the original oppressor,
the original, the OGs.
Because I think it's incredible.
Not incredible. All, though. I don't want to make it like a.
Well, no.
Obviously,
but
I appreciate people who are white who support us.
Yes.
Yeah.
But all the things happening in Hong Kong and China right now, because Hong Kong wants to remain its own thing away from mainland China. Do you know that almost 50 years ago or however many years ago, Britain gave, okay, peep the verbiage, gave Hong Kong
to China
back. How do you give a country back that ain't yours?
You steal it, like most conquerors do.
Right, but that's the shit that cracks me up. I'm like, yo, are you serious? They had this whole thing with the Queen and in Hong Kong, and there's they have their own constitution and all these different things, and they had to come to agreements. And I'm like, bitch, you had no business there in the first place. Take your silly ass home, put your tiara on, and go tell people to eat tea and crumpets and, mind the Queen, Her Majesty, and all that shit. Go do that.
Isn't it crazy that,
it's crazy.
It's crazy that in this day and age, people are just now being like, oh, yeah, I guess we shouldn't have done that. Oh, oops.
Listen.
Oops, sorry, now that we're a little bit more educated. Yeah, whoops, sorry that we, stole people.
Even Africa.
And stole things and sold people and slavery and
it's like,
murder because of colors and stupid shit. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's like little kids going whoopsies.
It's
some ignorant shit.
It's crazy to me. And this girl that I used to follow on Instagram, I really don't know that I can follow her anymore. She went on this whole rant, and in one of her YouTube videos, and she was talking about, she was like, white privilege is this new buzzword, and she's like, white people are feeling bad, and I just think it's ridiculous. I didn't do anything to anybody, and I want everyone to be free, and da-da-da. And I'm like, bitch, you're dumb. The entire thing behind white privilege is the fact that the system has been built to benefit goofy bitches like you. So yes, you do have privilege, bitch. If you can get inside your Mercedes AMG that you love so much and drive to your house in Brentwood and drive all over the place and get pulled over and never have to worry about if this is going to be the day that you lose your life and you don't get to go home to your husband, boom, privilege.
Yeah, there was a buddy of mine who he was on our show, Super Punch, this streamer, Dr. Lupo.
Oh yeah.
And he went off, and I was proud to see it, because he was just like, look, here's what white privilege is. He was like, can you go outside and just hold a television on your front lawn? That's what he said.
Bro.
He said, I am a white person, and if I were to go outside with a 45-inch television under my arm, I'm pretty sure no one would bother me. No one would harass me. But if you're a black person who's holding a big old TV under your arm, and people in the neighborhood are wondering, where do you get the TV? Why is he? Who is this guy? Well, he could be your own neighbor.
Yeah.
That you never gave a shit to ever, go outside, never introduce yourself.
Because we see those videos all the time. I know you don't live here, bitch. I've lived here for 15 years. Are you crazy?
Which is the most ignorant thing ever. But That was his equivalent. He's like,
Yeah.
the fact that I am privileged enough to be able to go outside and I could be holding a big old sack of cash and nobody would bother me probably. Or a briefcase suit, have a briefcase, you know how they do them pranks where it's like a briefcase full of money and it falls out?
Yeah.
If it was a black dude doing that prank, cops would pull up.
Well, now what I'm about to Wes.
Oh yeah, Wes did he did a video where I don't know the whole story. I didn't read it all.
They were shooting a skit with very clear fake guns in a garage, right? They weren't out running around waving them. They were I think the garage door was open.
Somebody selling them.
A neighbor called the police, and like police and SWAT showed up because they thought they had like semi-automatics, which is just preposterous. Last time I checked, an AR-15 didn't have an orange tip.
Last time I checked, black people don't usually have weapons on them and are causing any type of terrorism. Last time I checked, we weren't domestic terrorists. Last time I checked. No.
But I'm sorry.
If anything, we are captives.
Beyond. But also, like, when they say, privilege. No. If you can go into any part of Texas and not get murdered, if you can drive all through Texas, in East Texas specifically, and you can make it back home with your clothes on and your life, that baby is privilege.
Yeah, because they got hella racist.
There are parts
KKK.
of Texas I cannot go to.
Yeah.
That Tasha cannot go to.
Mm-hmm.
Child, are you crazy? So don't so that whole girl's rant with like white privilege. Oh my God, da, 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 da. White people have nothing to feel bad about. Like, we didn't do that. And I'm like, but you profit off of a system that benefits you, and you do nothing to dismantle it. All you do is you sit in your cute little house with all your bougie shit, and you make your jewelry. And like, not for nothing, like, let me make this clear. She is not a bad woman. She is just misinformed. Mm-hmm. And that is another huge issue with everything that's going on, is everybody is in their feelings. And, some justifiably, some it's like, child, you're just doing too much. But there is, Americans just get so like, well, I'm right. Well, no, I'm right. And you have to hear me. No, and it's just like, if you would just take a second and actually actively listen to what the opposing person is saying, you might actually learn something. Now, what she's saying is, I'm not racist. I don't perpetuate racism. I try to mind my own business. And I'm not aware that my complicitness is a problem.
Mm-hmm. Well,
which is ignorance. You're ignorant to the own country that you live in because your life experience has only shown you it to be one way. You grew up in Orange County. You learned the history that they taught you. You never had to experience any of these things in a real way. But because you feel so like about all those things from your life experience and your lens, you are not truly open to hearing about the fact that, like, hey, nobody's saying your life was easy because you were a white woman. What we're saying is that you had more opportunity and a better chance than somebody who was not, than somebody of color. Mm-hmm. But Americans just are like,
but that is them, because the stuff you're talking about is not the fact that they're going off for any reason. What it is that you're popping their bubble of security.
Oh yeah,
because that's what it is. It's that you're pulling the veil back. You're pulling the veil back. Yeah. And having the conversation is them having to admit that this is really happening. Yeah. And if they can't take it. Well, and also there's not even just white people. There's people of all colors who are bubbles. There's people.
There are black people.
There are black people.
Let's be honest.
There are black people who are privileged enough to not have to deal with that type of stuff. Which I'm very aware of, and it's just, but it's one of those things where, what? Because I said that?
No.
Why you laugh?
It just made me think of DC.
When we went to Washington?
Yeah.
What was going on there? I don't remember.
Bougie.
Oh, the people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No. Well, yeah, you're trapped in some sort of like dream
dystopian
where you think that you're on an equal playing field with people, and it's just not the truth.
Yeah, no.
At the end of the day, I don't care how successful you are as
in their eyes, you're still a nigger. Period.
Well, I guess you said it as bluntly as possible.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's what it is. I've had to tell people that before.
Yeah, to a majority of ignorant people who refuse to back down or change, you're lesser than to them.
Yeah.
To them, you're lesser than, and it's really sad because it's so apparent. And if you are the person who's on, who has color and pigment and whatnot, you start to think that, like, you consider that it's like I've had days where sometimes. Like I have days where as an actor I go out for auditions, and if I end up noticing that there's more if I end up noticing that the casting choices are favoring towards white people more than people of color, I'm like, oh, well, I'm for sure not going to get this one because, and I'm like, I might as well go home because I know from looking at the landscape of this room, they have a majority of white straight males. Right. There are maybe a few sprinkled in people of color, and maybe that's just for them because they have to do diversity because it's just, it's part of the industry where they're like, oh, well, we can't like leave them out. So they'll just have you come just so you can audition, just to say that they had people of color audition.
Right.
But it's one of those things where you can read the roles.
Yeah.
Like I read my auditions and I read the roles for the characters, and when I'm reading them, I'm like, oh, this doesn't sound like a black person at all, or a Latino or an Asian. This sounds like a white guy who they may or may not at the last minute say, hey, let's go with a different color. Because it's one of the things where at the end of the day, that's the type of crap that they're doing. They're sitting back and saying, hey, I don't know if this guy or girl's color makes sense for this role.
Right.
Literally that. It's not about the person. It's not about the acting. Right. It's not about the performance. It's about can you sell the product?
Yeah.
And will the people who want to sell said product, do they want you as their branding? I've done enough commercial auditions where I've had directors tell me specifically, like, they'll be like, well, I look at you and I try to see if you can sell the product and if you make sense. Also, if you're in the entertainment industry, that at a certain point, because the majority of the industry is very powerful white people, they don't do their due diligence, nor do they take the time to think about how they can distribute products through branding or marketing where it's just normal. It's just regular. If anything, they'll hire black people and then they'll be like, all right, well, the main guy's black, so the whole thing's got to be black, right?
It's so insane.
Like, it's so stupid.
So
I'm like, no, you can still. I was like, you can have me have my co-host or my whoever it is that I have to have chemistry could be a white woman. It doesn't matter.
Travesty.
I know.
And you know what the tragic thing is? That only became legal 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Yeah.
Tragic.
Yeah. It's that ridiculous. That
50 years ago, Gabe and Devin, Tasha and Tim could not be married or engaged.
And mind you, on television and in screens, they've gotten better in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years,
better, yes.
Mind you, this 10 in the 2010s they've gotten better.
Yeah.
If I was thinking back to 2000s and up,
get the hell
or
out of
90s to 2000s, no.
Moesha could never have a white boyfriend. Are you crazy?
No. That's not.
Are you kidding? The Parkers?
Fuck Moesha having a white boyfriend. Anyone on Friends can never have a person of color as as someone that they're interested in.
Yeah, right.
That's not even a thought.
Rachel ends up with Idris Elba. Get the fuck out of here.
Why? Well, why would Rachel? Why would she date a black guy?
Because he dicks her down.
Okay. With your fucking nasty ass.
Listen.
Vulgar for
fuck.
Oh, that's hilarious. But no, that's, and I don't want to get this. I don't want this. I mean, I don't really care if this whole pup.
Sorry, can I ask you something?
What?
Did you see that meme or that photo that was going around of that guy at a protest who was holding up a sign about black men? It was a black guy.
Oh yeah, where it's like, your daughters love us.
Every inch.
Yeah, your daughters love every inch of us. So why don't y'all?
Right.
Yeah, why don't you just let us in or something?
Well,
it's Let
me tell you something. Rachel was fucking around with Idris Elba on Friends. Ross, who? Joey, who?
I mean, consider any stories, fairy tales, superheroes. Ariel, Little Mermaid could never have a black boyfriend, except for now that they're gonna reboot it with a black girl. But which all that stuff. Well, Superman could never be black.
And also, Friends was a ripoff of
Living Single. Friends was a ripoff of fucking In Living Single.
Let's start that. Just for the record.
This group of black friends looks kind of happy. What if we made them white? Like that's the whole show. But I would say that's a lot of what we've been up to.
Yeah, and like honestly, personally for me, I haven't had like the urge to podcast about this because it's just, if you are paying attention and you see what's going on and you know that it's not right, how exhausting and just soul crushing. Yeah, frustrating, soul crushing. It's like, every day you're on your phone or you turn on the news and people that look like you are being murdered, like damn near hunted for sport. It's just like, it's so much on top of quarantine, on top of COVID, on top of your daily life and your daily struggles. It's just like, for me, it was overwhelming and I could barely talk to my therapist and my friends about it, let alone like come on here. I would just be crying and screaming the entire time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder what it's like to not have to fucking even think about this.
Are you kidding me?
I wonder what that's like.
What a vacation.
I wonder. I never really considered that.
What a vacation.
Not since I have, not since I learned what racism is.
Yeah.
Have I ever considered the idea of?
Oh, I have.
Not woeful ignorance, but being able to just say, oh, yeah, I don't have to deal with that. That's cool. I could just go on with my life.
Thought about that all the time.
I mean, I've thought about it.
In high school, I used to think that.
I've thought about it, but I'm saying I don't know what that is.
We will never know what that is.
That's
the same
so
way
interesting.
They will never know what it's like to be discriminated. Like, not everybody can be discriminated against, but to be truly like a Caucasian person will never understand what it is to be a kid growing up and having someone say, I can't play with you because you're an N-word. Or my mom said, I can't play with kids that look like you. Or, teachers treating you differently. Or, you going to the doctor and them hitting you 15 times with the needle unnecessarily because our skin is tougher. Like, those are things that they'll systemically never have to deal with. I mean, down to just the judiciary system. How is it that Brock Turner raped a girl, left her just violent, disgusting, despicable, egregious? 6 months.
3, because they cut it in half.
But I'm saying, so 6 months he was sentenced to. He only did fucking 3.
Mm-hmm.
Black men who are accused, there's no proof that they actually did it.
Selling weed.
Not even selling weed. Accused of rape.
Mm-hmm.
Life. Or 15 years, 20 years, something ridiculous. Felicity Huffman, because God forbid her kid gets any more fucking privilege than they already have. Like, how stupid do you that's the word I'm looking for. How mediocre do you have to be that you have fame and influence and all these different things, and your lazy ass fucking kids still you have to pay somebody for their SAT scores?
I didn't even understand that. I was like, y'all know that y'all can just pay to get into nice schools still.
But then, not even that. Take that out of it. But then you do that, you're a part of this whole fucking scam. You
get 14 days.
2 weeks. There is a black woman
mm-hmm.
who lied about her address so that her child could go to a better school district.
Mm-hmm.
She is serving 5 to 10 years for mail fraud or something ridiculous.
And guess what color she is?
Child.
Black.
But that's the thing. Like, they'll never understand what that is. We, unfortunately, have to work twice as hard and behave twice as well for half as much in the hope that we get to keep living.
Yeah. And it's like, it's as simple as this. Look.
Don't make me laugh. This is serious.
Y'all don't get this. Some of y'all probably don't even know what I'm doing.
Don't even.
Y'all ain't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is me going out so I can stay safe. Me
in the house.
Safe. Just living my life.
Hopefully.
Yeah. The difference between getting in the car, because I drive a nice car, and thinking someone might pull me over because they might think it's not my car.
Oh yeah.
And me being like, what, me?
Let me look at less intimidating.
Yes, literally that.
Yeah.
Like my hair to a certain, like that's like, I remember I wrote a joke about that. I remember I wrote a joke about being a black person and your hair offending other people.
Oh my God.
I didn't finish the joke, but I was just like that.
Let me help you with that one.
But I was like, the fact that that's even a thought, like, because that's what they're doing in schools where they like, and I remember that when I was a kid. I remember my teachers told me like I was growing facial hair and they told me I needed to shave it.
Yeah.
They told me my facial hair I needed to shave. I believe I had cornrows when I was like in 13 or 14. They were like, I think someone had mentioned, one of the teachers had mentioned, it's like, why are you wearing your hair like that to school? And I'm like, because what? And I really do appreciate the fact that this generation does not have to go through that as tough.
Oh, and they're not taking it.
Well, I'm glad that they're not taking
that
shit. But I'm just saying, I'm glad that even their families are embracing it.
Yeah.
Because my family wouldn't even embrace it when I was younger.
So
I'm like,
stupid.
yeah, my family would like, you would be labeled as like a thug in your family.
So stupid.
Or like that you want to like
they have like a problem with you wearing braids, which is like preposterous.
But not even my immediate family. I'm just saying like people in my family and all that and around it, in the sense that was like the upbringing of the 90s and the 2000s of people thinking like, oh, if you have braids, ghetto. If you wear certain clothes, certain colors, ghetto. You're a thug, you're a gangbanger. You like in this, I'm happy for this next generation that is allowed to just, oh, you can embrace your culture. Like you're allowed to wear braids that are something that came from your upbringing and your culture, from your roots. That's amazing.
Don't even get me started on the braids.
And even the fact that they certain school districts are trying to ban like dreadlocks. Like,
oh, dude,
I've seen the stories.
Those stories, but I told you how when I was in junior high and I went to that private Catholic school, there was this whole scuttlebutt because I was on the cheer team and I had crochet braids, so my mom would braid my hair and then crochet in like already braided hair, and it was crinkly and fun and cool, and I could put it in a ponytail so it was cheer appropriate and all this jazz. And I got pulled into the principal's office by the principal without notifying my mother because she was concerned because she was getting complaints from parents because we had like a big sister, little sister program. So like, you know, we were older. So we had like girls from younger grades and you teach them cheers and all that kind of goofy shit. And they were calling the principal because their daughters wanted their hair to look like mine and the moms couldn't braid. And then they tried to find a loophole. They thought in the dress code, because it's a private Catholic school, so we have to wear uniforms. There's the whole thing. Where there's no hair weaving. The weaving that they're referring to that's what highlights are called, because you take the end of your rat tail comb and you weave. So back in the day, it's like an old term for highlights, right? And so Tony did hair for like ever. So, you know, all of a sudden it started becoming this thing every single day. Oh, you may get kicked off the team. You're going to have to change your hair. There's no weaves allowed, and that's a weave. And I'm like, this is not a weave. These are braids. Like, are you fucking stupid, simple, or slow? Which is it?
Yeah. Also, me and my existence should not make you uncomfortable.
And it definitely shouldn't make your parents uncomfortable. I'm sorry, they don't know how to braid this. And I told the principal that. I was like, so you pulled me in here to tell me about what parents are calling you about? That has nothing to do with me.
Yeah, that ain't my problem.
I literally said to her, I was like, parents calling you is not my concern. That's not my business and that's not my job. Like, it sounds like you have conversations that you need to have that don't involve me. And all of that led to, I would get really bad headaches because I was really stressed out. I thought I was in cheer. I loved it. I thought I was going to get kicked off. I thought I was going to get kicked out of school every day. It was like this fucking ear beating about my hair. And so I started taking Tylenol. Not in a substance abuse way, but just like I had a headache, I would take it. And then, you know, DARE was a big thing back then. So I then thought I had a substance abuse problem.
Oh, no.
Because I was taking it like a couple days a week and I thought I was addicted. And so one day, you know, Tony had asked me like, oh, what's wrong? And I had a meltdown in the leasing office that she worked at. And I told her, I was like, I think you need to put me in rehab. I think I have a drug problem. and I don't know what to do. I'm really stressed out. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you drug problem. What the fuck?
One day of McGruff the dog coming to your school. Yo ass turned the fuck out. McGruff says I'm on the acid, man. God damn, baby.
They're like, if you do something every day, it's a problem. And I'm like, oh my God, I do this
I drink water every day too.
Right, but back then, and I was like goody two shoes and all that stuff.
I get that.
And it's a private Catholic school, and my mom's paying money every month. I don't want to get kicked out, whatever. So I explained to her what was going on. Ooh-wee. She lit they asses up.
Well, that's good.
The next time the principal called me in her office, she was as white as the suit she was wearing. She had lost all the color in her face. She gave me this profuse apology.
Yeah,
for the
because that's racism.
It is.
That's what it was.
It is. But like hair, mind you, the biggest point of contention that we had with that was not even the harassment and all that stuff. Motherfucker, when I applied to your school, that's how my hair was. When we cut you that check.
But now the little white girls want to try it.
But now the little white girls want braids. It's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck what they want. That has nothing to do with me.
Or you being in school or being told by some sort of...
In 7th grade.
Yeah, or you...
7th grade.
Or being told by some elder that you should straighten your hair so you look more appropriate and all that bullshit. Let your natural shit rock, ladies.
Listen.
Rock your natural.
Listen.
We out here with this natural now. And it's upsetting to think that it's happening just now.
Yeah. Oh.
It's upsetting to think that in the last 10, maybe 15 years, it only became.
Not even.
Even now, even still, I feel like it's not.
No,
in certain situations and circles.
I just recently, I would say, got comfortable.
2 years, honestly.
What?
Of you like natural stuff.
No, my hair has been natural for years.
I thought you meant like in the sense of like doing like a big chop and all that.
I've never done a big chop. I've never needed to. I've never had a relaxer.
Excuse me, not a big chop, but in the sense that you like, well, say what you were going to say so I can understand what you're talking
because
about.
I've been wearing my hair curly. I mean, I wear my fro a little differently now. I used to do a lot of Bantu knot out styles. That was like my jam for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
But I just now am getting comfortable with the idea that even though I work for myself, I've applied for different places, the past couple of years to, supplement or whatever. And I just now, I'd say in like the past 2-3 years have gotten comfortable with the concept of going to a job interview without my hair being pressed out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went to that one job interview at, I have actually no problem saying their name because I'm gonna fucking say it. Skin Matrix in Burbank.
Okay. I don't even know. I don't remember that job.
Oh man. Because I didn't get the job.
Got it.
Went in for an interview to be a brow artist there and was interviewed by like Dr. Orloff's wife, whatever her name was. And at the end of the interview, mind you, there's the girl who prepped me before the woman came in was African American. And the woman comes in, we do the interview. At the end of it, I had braids, multicolored, like rainbow style, braids in my hair, like cotton candy. And she asked if she could touch my fucking hair. And I remember I looked at her and I looked at the black girl, and the black girl was like this. Like, it just mortified. And I was like, no, you may not. And she was like, oh, well, I wasn't trying to be rude. I know. No,
you're just dumb.
I was just like, no, you may not touch my hair.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, it looks really nice.
Then keep looking.
Thank you. And then I didn't get a call back, and I was like, good, because had you offered me the job, I would have told you to suck my dick. No,
you're not nobody's fucking pet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That woman, when I was spray tanning her, who tried to touch my hair 3 times.
Oh yeah, and you had to fucking bob
3 times,
bob and weave,
and she's naked. I'm spray tanning her, and then she was like, "I wasn't trying to be rude," and I was like, "I asked you repeatedly not to touch my hair,
and you kept going."
I literally said, "I was like, you don't get to be offended.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and put your clothes on. Give me a double tap on the door when you're ready, and I'll go ahead and check you out and send you on your way."
Yeah, definitely get the fuck out.
Yeah,
but that's what they condition people to do. In acting, they do that. Like, I'm under the impression. The first 5-6 years of me acting, I'm like, oh, I need to be clean shaven.
Yep.
I need to have short hair because I used to have braids, and I was like, my braids aren't going to get me a job unless I want to play Thug number 1 or Thug number 2. And back then, honestly, probably wouldn't have got anything.
Yeah. It was a different time then too.
Yeah, and like even now, it's like I have a style, but it's like I wear like a beard all the time, which is naturally just me. But
like the beard.
Thank you. And you know, I shaved it down recently. It's kind of trimmed down, but it's growing right now. But you know, even my hair right now, which is like extremely long. If you're watching the video version of this, to me, this is way longer than my hair usually ever is. And I like it, you know. It's just me rocking my young natural, you know what I'm saying? But the funny thing is,
your curls are so lit.
Thank you. But I was gonna say the funny thing is, I remember the day that I stopped giving a shit about how I looked when I went into auditions, and I just started booking. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what kind of voodoo witchcraft shit is this? And I remember I would tell my dad, and my dad would be like, what you mean you booked looking like that, J.D.?
Yep.
And I was like, bro, they booked me, and I didn't have my beard was thick, and I was like, they got me playing a dad role.
Yeah.
You ain't nobody's dad. I was like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
But they didn't give a fuck
at all, and
now I don't
at all.
So it's time, that I just get this money, and be my truth. And that's the thing that I think I've only realized in the last, like, Dre, you're messing up the exposure. Get her out of there.
Come here.
She's messing up the white balance.
It's okay.
All right, but yeah, it's very much something that I try to preach to people when people ask me for any type of advice on internet stuff, acting stuff, voice acting stuff, stand-up comedy stuff. I'm like, yo, if you go in there and be 100% yourself, you're gonna be way better off than trying to try to meet someone's expectations that you don't even know. Just don't do that anymore.
Right.
Like, literally. Yep. Be 100% unapologetically your true self.
Yep.
And if people don't want to fuck with you, it's okay.
YouTube.
You can move the fuck on.
Exactly.
And go to the next person.
Exactly.
And if not, you'll make your own opportunities most likely.
Exactly.
Yes. Shout out to Lashes and Scenes, baby. What they do, baby? Hold on. Put it. Hey.
Revenge tour.
Who gonna be the last two to get it to 100?
Revenge tour. That's what we've been calling it.
Yeah, that's
me,
what
Amanda, and Cam.
That's what LeBron calls his season. He's
Fuck yeah.
He's like, this is my revenge season. He's like, yeah, because everybody calling me a wash king. That's what he says.
That's so stupid.
And I'm like, all right, nobody called you that, but
yeah, but like that's
I get that.
That's the energy, because like Cam, his like agency like dogged him, and it's funny. That's actually why he named his skincare line Not That Cool, because an agent told him like, yeah, you're never gonna make it. You're not that cool. And it's like, motherfucker, he's been an Esquire. Amanda, all the shit that she's been through and things that have gone on. And
karma, baby.
Yeah, and then me with my history of working with and for people and renting places and it just being a mess at times. So it's like revenge tour, bitch. Like,
be yourself, do your thing, don't worry about what others think.
Exactly. That's why I don't pay attention to my competitors. Really,
don't pay attention to your competitors. Shit, don't pay attention to motherfuckers in your immediate family.
Please don't.
Who will tell you that you ain't gonna be shit.
Listen,
because they gonna be jealous than a motherfucker once you start making.
They're already jealous. The fact that
jealous.
You have the idea and the audacity to even want to do
you want more
is problematic for them.
Yeah.
Because people, oftentimes, the people that will tell you, oh, I don't think that's a good idea, it's because they're operating from their base of fear and they're trying to project that shit onto you.
Yeah.
You need not listen to it, boo. Don't you dare listen to that shit. You go do what the fuck you want to do. You get one life.
Them dreams.
Chase them dreams. And if it doesn't, like, honestly, it may not even look the way you want it to. Like, if you had told me 3 years ago that I would have my own space in Burbank and it would look the way it does and all these things would be happening, I wouldn't have believed it, because I wanted it to look a certain way and it looked real different along the lines, but I got to the end part that I wanted. And, there were people who are like, do you think that's a good idea? And like, does that really make sense? And da-da-da-da. Listen, unless you're running a fucking $1 billion hedge fund, and unless you've cracked the code on business, you should worry about yourself, because you haven't even attempted to do a third of the shit that I've done. So worry about yourself. Don't come over here with that negative shit. Don't you do it.
Yeah. Also, it's just one of those things where you got to realize that the journey is different for everyone.
Oh my God.
People when you're young, or even when you first start out and you have an idea of what you want to be and where you want to go, you think it's a straight line directly to where you need to get.
Yeah.
Me as an actor, I remember an editor told me that he wanted to be an actor, but you don't realize that you might get an editing job. And if you're good at it, then you might just, not that you're never going to act again, you might just fall down. There might be a portion of your life where you fall into this hole.
And that's okay.
So now you cut me off.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I did, and so I'm sorry.
You cut me off. I ain't said shit.
I'm sorry.
But I want you to be aware that you're doing it.
Okay.
Lucky I love you. I'm just kidding. But
boy, bye.
No, but I was going to say, I came to terms with that when I first started making content on the internet and acting. I was like, okay, so I'm auditioning all the time. This is great, but I'm not booking right now. Mm-hmm. But I do know how to create my own stuff, and I know how to edit. So I started to offer my services to people. I started to ask people, hey, do you need help editing? I can shoot and edit your videos. You know, pay me what you will. Maybe shout me out in the description. Maybe if you have me in the video, definitely you got to put my fucking name in there somehow. But you never realize where you're going to go. You might want to start your career of, I don't know, being a video game designer / programmer tomorrow, but that might take you down a completely different avenue where you might be a you might be game marketing for a few years. You might end up doing product testing. There is no straight narrow path to what you want in life, and you need to take every opportunity and
explore it all
and take it as a blessing, or as, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Is that the word? Take it and try to understand it and be a sponge and absorb more so that you can be that much more beneficial to where you eventually will get in your life. Yeah. What's up?
Lean into it.
Yeah. Lean into it. Lean into it. That's what I would recommend. And that's
Dr. Kelly.
Yeah. That's what I recommend. And also, just realize, like, you know, if you're doing something you don't think you're getting the most out of your life, in your life, don't force yourself to do that. You got to learn how to adapt. You got to learn how to change. You got to learn how to chase if you can chase the same dream from different angles. Like, it's like, don't think that just because you're not getting through this one way, it's not, oh, this one way won't work, so I'll never get to that end goal. No. Just try different avenues, try to maneuver around. Also, that end goal is not something that ever will satisfy you, in my opinion. I think at the end of the day, you're going to want more the more that you get. So keep going, keep chasing. You could be a millionaire tomorrow. You might want to be a 2 millionaire, 3, 4, 5. You're going to want more in life. And as long as you're able to pursue your dreams and happily live your truth and chase your passion, that is the end goal. The end goal is the process, technically.
Yeah, because there's no such thing as making it.
No.
That doesn't exist.
If anything, that means we're making it right now. We've made it. Because I'm doing what I love. Yeah. And I enjoy what I do. Yeah. And I get paid to do it.
Yeah.
So technically, I've made it then. I don't need to do any more is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm genuinely I should be satisfied. I mean, but, you know, I want to continue because I love doing it. So, you know, a lot of people will will be at the mountaintop and not even realize it. Yeah. They'll just be but I don't need, you know, and that's just your perception is, you got to open up your mind. You got to open up the mindset of where you want to go, what you want to do, how you're going to get it done. And what makes you happy. You could be chasing that whole dream that whole time, and it might not make you happy
at all.
It could be the complete opposite of what you think you wanted to do.
Yeah. Which is why you see people changing careers at 40, which is fine.
Which is fine if that's the case.
And God bless them.
It's your time.
Yeah.
It is your time.
Yeah.
If you're 60 years old and you realize that you've been blowing the last 30 years, then fucking change it right now.
Go off, get your OnlyFans, get it lit.
Do what you got to do.
On that granny time.
I feel like that's a beautiful place to end it, because we're coming up on 2 hours.
Oh my God, yeah.
It was like 1:35 when I checked like 10 to 15 minutes ago.
Dude, I have like an 8 a.m. appointment.
Yeah, I got to get my hair braided at 10:30.
Yeah, we love you guys. This was great.
This was a good one.
Yeah, this was a fun one.
This is a good comeback. Come back. Welcome back. Mace?
Yeah.
Diddy owes him money though.
I'm sure Diddy owes a lot of people money.
Yeah, bad boy, literally.
Yeah,
for life.
bad business.
Bad.
Fucking.
Oh, we didn't even talk about entanglement.
Child, listen, y'all have a good time. We gonna get off this podcast,
all right, y'all.
baby.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. And with that, we'll see you later. All right, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.